Sir, the villagers. Kill them all. On my command. Yes, Captain Phasma. Ready? Fire! What the? My weapon is not firing, Captain Phasma. Then you will submit your blaster for inspection. Right away, Captain. Having problems with your laser, Stormtrooper? Why, yes I am, Captain Solo. Well, I know a very, very good way to fix that. What's that, Captain Solo? A laser blast straight to the face. Oh, crud. Hey, what is up, all my fellow geeks, geekettes, comic book readers, video game players, and action figure collectors all around the world. You know who this is. This is the one and only Proud Nerd, and I am back in a brand new action figure video review for all of you. I hope you enjoyed that little skit. It was just a fun little parody I came up with. I just wanted to add something fun in the video. Alright, today we are taking a look at the very awesome, amazing, detailed Black Series 6-inch Captain Phasma from The Force Awakens. Wow. And just so I'm not drooling all over this figure like I always do, because you know me, guys. I love action figures and I tend to drool over them a lot. So with this review, I'm definitely going to point out the flaws of this figure, but trust me when I say the positives outweigh the negatives. But first, before we take a look at her, we must take a look at her box first, because that's what we always do. Oh my gosh, I am loving that artwork on the front. That's just beautiful. It says Captain Phasma there. It says Captain Phasma up there. And she is number 6 in this wave. And it says on the back, clad in distinctive metallic armor, Captain Phasma commands the First Order's legions of troopers. And you got that really awesome picture of her on the back. That is just so cool. Very nicely done packaging. I love what the Black Series does with their packaging. Always knocks it out of the park. And this brings us to Captain Phasma herself. First initial thoughts? The figure's awesome. You know, it looks really well done. It's amazingly detailed, really well articulated. But before we get deeper into the figure itself, we will take a look at her one lone accessory, and that's her blaster. Let's get her arms on the sides there. There we go. And her blaster is very well done. It's just plastic that's been painted, but the way the light reflects off of it, it looks like it's shiny and metallic. That's really well done. I applaud Hasbro for this because it's really well detailed. It almost has a goldish look to it, which I really like a lot. I only wish that this scope came down like on the SH Figure Arts, and let's compare it to a Stormtrooper's blaster. Yeah, Captain Phasma's blaster is definitely bigger. You can tell that who's ever wielding this gun is in charge. They are pretty similar, but you can definitely see some differences in them. Alright. That's enough with the blaster. We'll get to Captain Phasma herself. Now, like I said, first initial thoughts on the figure. I really do like this figure a lot. I really love the character a lot. I just really wish we could have gotten to see more of her in The Force Awakens. And just a very quick review on The Force Awakens. I loved it. Best Star Wars movie ever made so far. Definitely. Don't argue with me on that. It's the best Star Wars movie ever made, period. Okay, back to Captain Phasma. I really like this figure a lot. Let's look at her detailing because she has got a lot of it. I love on the helmet right here. It looks just like how she did in the movie. And you got some scuffage right there. And look at how the light just shines on her. Yeah, she's not shiny, but it gives the illusion that it's shiny looking. Trust me when I say it, this is plastic. Not metal, but it almost looks metal, doesn't it? And I love how her helmet looks. Let's get that First Order Stormtrooper back in here so I can compare them. Yeah, like the First Order Stormtrooper's helmet has that filter. Yeah, I want to say that's a filter right there. Captain Phasma's doesn't have that. And you can definitely see differences in the top of their helmets and on the sides. Even though they're similar, there are differences. And also, while I have the Stormtrooper here, I love the new design of the Stormtroopers. I really, really love the new design a lot. I think it looks much, much better than the other Stormtroopers did. This is definitely a lot more sleek, and it looks better, in my opinion. It looks 1,000 times better. I'm a sucker for this new Stormtrooper design, especially Phasma's. We've never had a silver Stormtrooper before, so this is awesome. I love the new design of the Stormtroopers, and I can't wait to see more of it. Now back to Phasma. Also, she's got really good detailing on her gloves. Got good detailing right there. I don't know what that is. I think that could be a communicator of some sort. And you can see she has sculpted lines right there. And in there. All down the side. And you got really good detailing on the back there. Really awesome. And also, I love this cape. I have no idea what this cape is made out of, but I really love it. It's got a really nice textury feel to it. I really love this cape a lot. It's even got nice detailing on the inside of it too. And it looks weathered and worn, like she's been through a lot of battles, and I love how this red stripe just runs down it. That looks so cool. It just looks so friggin' cool. It's absolutely amazing. And let's see, did I miss anything? Oh, her belt. Her belt, it's weird because it can turn. Let's bring the First Order Stormtrooper in again, because can his turn? No, his can't turn. Hers can turn a bit. Oh, and I love all this detailing on her belly right there. That is so cool. I love the cod piece. Gotta protect the vagina. Seriously, look at the light. Look how the light is just reflecting off of this. It really almost makes it looks like it's shiny metal. That is amazing. And I love this right here. You can take her blaster and you can clip it on her side. That is so cool. And you can do the same thing with the First Order Stormtrooper. And it's not just with her blaster. You can take the smaller blaster from the First Order Stormtrooper if you wanted to, and it also fits in there. That looks really good. I like that. So when Phasma's just walking around Starkiller Base, you know, she can walk around like that. Oh yeah, Phasma's packing heat. You better watch out. Now, I will say, the one downside to this figure, it's the cape. You know, sometimes it can really get in the way. Like, it's pliable, you can bend it and stuff, but it just gets in the way sometimes of it doesn't get in the way of articulation except for this arm, but no, you can't move the cape out of the way. Yeah, so the cape does hinder the articulation. You can still get her arm up a pretty good amount, but that's pretty much all you can do. And also another downside to this figure, she has to have her legs and feet a certain way or else she will topple over. See? Oh, yeah, now she's standing. But if I had her feet like this, if they're just... And look at that. That looks ridiculous, doesn't it? What stormtrooper stands like that? Maybe she stood like that in the movie. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to her legs in the movie. I was just too distracted by how awesome that shiny armor is. And also, look at this. That is just amazing detailing. Also, on the First Order Stormtrooper. But I love it. I love how that beautiful detailing in there. And I love the belt. I just love it. Okay. Yeah, it's a problem getting her to stand sometimes. Sometimes she has to be standing a certain way or she will topple over. See? And both her feet were flat on the ground. So, yeah, it's just a very minor issue getting her to stand sometimes. So those are the only two issues that I have with the figure. The cape, and it's hard getting her to stand sometimes. Alright, let's get into articulation, because she has a lot of it. Her head, it can go down that far. That's not really looking up, that's looking forward. Again, it's the cape. Her head can do a full 360 if you wanted it to. And I love this on the First Order Stormtroopers articulation. The shoulder pad goes into the socket. It does not hinder the articulation at all. I love that. And Captain Phasma's elbows, they go up much farther than the First Order Stormtroopers do. She swivel on the wrist. Can go up and down, which is nice. She twists and turns at the torso. No swivel in the waist. But she has a thigh cut right here on both legs. It's just really well hidden. Can get her legs. See, the belt's getting in the way. So you can get her one leg out about that far, her other leg about out that far. Can't really do the splits because the belt's in the way again. That's a funny Captain Phasma pose. And she has double jointed knees. They're just really stiff. Her ankles go up and down. And of course she's got that beautiful ankle pivot. Look at that ankle pivot. Just look at it. Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. I really do like this figure, even with all her flaws. And she looks really good in my Black Series collection. So if you're a Black Series collector, you gotta get Phasma, man. You just have to. She just looks amazing with next to my Darth Vader and my Kylo Ren. Speaking of that, it's time for a size comparison. And I love this. You can recreate how she was holding her blaster in the movie. Yeah, see, I just have a hard time getting her to stand. Okay, we'll just leave it like that for now. Alright, size comparison time. We will place Kylo Ren next to her. And I would say maybe Phasma is taller. Definitely. And here she is next to Han Solo. And just towers over him. First Order Stormtrooper. Yep, towering over him. And a classic Stormtrooper. But this is my Shock Trooper, or my Red Stormtrooper, as I like to call him. And yet, Phasma is definitely taller. So, what would I rate the figure? I would have to rate it a 9 out of 10. If it wasn't for the cape and the belt and the issue getting her to stand sometimes, it would be a perfect figure for me. But as is, it's a really, really nice figure. And, you know, because sadly Phasma didn't do that much in the movie, well, she makes a really great display piece. I'm not going to lie about that. And if you want to get her in some dynamic poses, you can. The articulation's just a little bit limited, but that's only because of the cape and the belt. But other than that, really solid figure, and just an amazing, amazing display piece, and just looks so beautiful. And I recommend her. I definitely recommend her, especially if you love The Force Awakens and you're a Black Series collector. Alright guys, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, links to Posing Action Figures Facebook page will be in the description, and a link to Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store will be in the links in case you want to add Captain Phasma to your collection. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links will also be in the description down below. If you want to chat with me, feel free to. I love chatting. Alright guys, this is the Proud Nerd saying to all my fellow nerds and collectors out there to stay nerdy. Peace.